Limey Lou here. I just wanted to show you how to at least operate a chainsaw. I'm not going to show you how to chop down a tree. You find plenty of stuff online regarding that, because there's just so much of it online, and it's not an easy task. But I don't want to put you off. As far as operating a chainsaw, a lot of people are scared to death of them, but there's no reason to be. Very, very simple, straightforward, and I'll show you the basics. Okay. Now I have a Husqvarna. It's a 18-inch. Just that's what I wanted to buy. That's how much I could afford. Wanted something decent, and I'm going to show you quickly kind of stuff you expect to see on most every chainsaw. All right. Now, first of all, you've got a gas fill, which is right here. You've got an oil fill. Now, the oil fill is for the chain bar right here to obviously lubricate the chain to make sure that's operating without a lot of friction, etc., etc. Then you have over here your fuel. What would you call that? It's a primer. It's a primer button. That's what it is. Basically, what that does is it sucks the fuel from here. You pump it into the carburetor, ready for it to start. Okay. Then you'll have an automatic shut-off here and switching, etc. Most chainsaws again are the same, but this one might be a little bit different, but show you the basic runs of that. You obviously got the throttle. Now the throttle won't actually operate until this is pushed down. That's a safety feature, so that when your hand is on it, and then the throttle will come up and obviously activate. One key thing with the throttle is you either got it on all the way, full throttle, or off. You know, don't be pouncing around with this, oh, I want to do it gently. No, it's either on or it's off, and you'll find yourself working a lot easier if you do it that way. You've also got the kickback guard, which is right here. Now what that happens is if, for example, the chainsaw kicks back at me, you see how that popped into place? That will shut everything down. It won't actually stop the motor running, but it will stop the blade from running. And then obviously just to reset that, all you do is just pull that towards you so it's loose like that. So again, once that kicks in, let's say all of a sudden it's going to come up, hit you in the face, it shuts off. It's designed to shut off. Okay? And that's pretty much it. Now, usually most chainsaws come with a tool in order for you to adjust the blade, change the blade, clean this whole area out, which obviously gets a lot of gunk in it when you're cutting a tree. And also to usually loosen these. There's a big blade in here for like a screwdriver slot. Again, most chainsaws are the same, so this is very generic, what I'm telling you. Mostly the chainsaws will come with that tool. It's a simple little box wrench designed to undo that nut right here, and a fat head screwdriver on the other end. Don't lose yours. I've bought 3 of them so far in the last 6 months, and I keep losing them. So don't lose it, because it's very handy. But either way, you can do it all pretty much with an adjustable set or a wrench or whatever you like. Okay? Now, when you're putting the gas in the thing for the first time, you will need to mix yourself a gallon, it might be 2 gallons, of just regular gasoline straight out of the pump. And you will also need to get a mixer, especially if it's a 2-stroke. These again usually come with the chainsaw, so you're ready to go. Obviously you'll be buying this and the gasoline, that doesn't come with the chainsaw. And read the bottle. Some of them it's a full bottle into the actual tank. Might be a gallon, so 1 bottle to a gallon, or it might be 1 bottle to 2 gallons. So just have a look at the little label and all the information that's written on it. So anyway, pour that in there, and once you got it all in, tighten it up, give it a little shake up, whatever, mix up. Now, mark that can that it's mix, because basically what this is oil, this is lubricating the internal components of the engine. So I always mark mine, I've got a look, trimmer only mix. Pretty straightforward, simple, but make sure you do that because you will make the mistake. Then, again, I don't have any, but I'm showing you an alternative. Not a good alternative, but it's an alternative if you don't have any. You should get, when you get your chainsaw, a small bottle probably. Maybe it comes with it, or you've got to buy it. It's called the bar chain oil. And what that again is doing is lubricating this whole chain as it spins around the actual bar, as you can see. And it lubricates this whole thing to, again, keep the friction down, keep the heat down. You can use SAE 30 oil, heavyweight basically is what it is, but don't. If you can get the chain oil, get the chain oil. This is just because I don't have any right in my hand to show you. And again, that will be going up in the front. It'll usually have a little symbol showing you a chain, and then the backside a little symbol showing you which one's the gas. Again, fairly straightforward. Now, rule of thumb for me, I've noticed, is every time I run out of gas, I have to fill up the oil. So don't think, oh, I've run out of gas, and then go get the gas tank, and then fill up the gas tank, and then go back to work. Always stop, double check, make sure that you've got enough bar chain oil in there. Otherwise, you're going to have some problems. You'll be going through blades and chains like nobody's business. As far as the tension on the blade, this is a little slack. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pulling it out, and literally the teeth are coming out of the groove inside the bar. Now, that's a problem because obviously you can imagine when this thing is running at full throttle, there's a lot of wavering that's going on, just like a motorcycle chain. You want to literally do it so that you can move it, obviously, but I would say give it about an 1/8 of an inch play. You'll be able to feel it on the longest part of the blade, so right in the middle. And it's the same, obviously, on both sides. It's not going to differ. But just give yourself about 1/8 of an inch. That'll give you enough free movement, and again, enough for the oil to run around the blade. Right, now, what else? Starting this thing. Usually, again, you'll have a fat section at the actual bottom of the handset here. That's to put your foot in. Because the best thing to do, and you'll see, when this is flat on the ground, you see how the blade does not actually make contact. That's because you would put it on the ground, you'd put your foot in there, do what you need to do as far as your controls and your primer and your pull cord, according to what it's telling you to do. And then you've got a full weight there, full crank, and it's a lot easier on the ground. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way, but that's the way these things are usually designed to work. So, you've gone ahead, you've unscrewed your gas with your little tool that you haven't lost. You make sure you topped off the gas with your mixed gasoline over here. Everything is topped up right there. Make sure you put this in nice and snug. You don't need to crank it down, usually got gaskets on it. Then you go ahead and you undo bar chain oil. Have a look in there. Oh, everything is fine. Don't need to top that off right now, but we're good to go. Put that down there like that. Now, according to this Husqvarna, what I have to do is with my controls here is pull this out, lift it up to position number 1. It's telling me to do that right there. Once I've done that, it's telling me now prime it 6 times with the bubble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why it's saying 6 is you can actually all of a sudden just feel the gasoline flowing through it, and it takes that while for it to get up the tubes. It might say 3, it might say 10, it might say whatever. And then it says go ahead and pull the actual pull cord. Now again, I would do this with my foot on the ground here. It'll make it a lot easier. This is not really the right way to do it, but I'm just staying on camera is all I'm doing. So I'm pulling once. Now it's telling me go ahead and push the lever down. Now it's going down to the middle. All right. Then it says go ahead and pull, see what you get out. That's going to happen over and over and over again, and you're going to get really pissed off. But fear not. I'm going back to the first position. I'm going to prime it some more. Now I'm going to step to next to step 3 there. Just pulling this. This is all with it ready, prepped and primed. I got that run. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that down there like that and pull it again. Now as you can see now this is not moving. It's not moving because everything is pretty much warmed up. That's obviously the state you need this to be in while it's running if you want to sit it down. That's it. When you pick it up, you're going to pick it up like that. You're going to make sure there's nothing in the way. Crank down on the handle, full throttle. Now one other thing a lot of people may not know, these handles around the actual chainsaw are designed so you can do it this way. You can do it this way, you can do it any way you want. It doesn't matter, this thing will operate in every single position. Turn it off, simply just pull down on the controls, or whatever it tells you to do. I tell you what, it's hard work when you kind of know what you're doing, and I kind of know what I'm doing, as opposed to when you first of all got your very brand new chainsaw and you're going to cut down your first tree. And I made this same mistake. I went out, bought a big one. I needed to cut an old tree down there. It was in the way, looking like it was going to be a problem, maybe break, maybe fall on somebody. And I just thought I was going to waltz over there and chop the bloody tree down. No, that doesn't happen. Go online, have a look on how to cut a tree down, and then you'll understand, okay, now I've got this basic operation here, I'm ready to tackle that next step. It's not as easy as it looks. Well, I hope this was informative. If it wasn't, sorry, but that's the way it goes. Bink.